So we are doing now the first sum from the financial statement of your company from your textbook here. So show that the following items in the balance sheet as per the provisions of the Companies Act of Revised. Now we will go now one by one. Now you see the format here. So then only you can see that in which heading all these will be posted. First is given as a preliminary expenses. Now preliminary expenses here, it is a non-current asset. So here in the fixed assets here we have, right? So in that there is non-current asset, we will be writing this one. And the discount on issue of shares also, it is under non-current asset. So from 2,40,000 we have to minus this 20,000 of discount we have to minus, and we have to write 10% debentures. Now 10% debentures is nothing but it is your long-term borrowings. So it comes under your balance sheet. Second point, we have non-current liability. Under that long-term borrowings we will be writing as a debentures. Next is given as a stock. Stock is nothing but it is a inventory. So inventories comes in the current asset. So asset side we have the only two parts. So second part is a current asset. So it comes in the current asset. Cash at bank, that's nothing but cash and cash equivalents. So we have to write it. Then bills receivable, so it is your trade receivable. So we will write the amount as a trade receivables. Okay. The next we have here goodwill. So goodwill is, it is a intangible asset. So we have as a non-current asset, fixed asset, under that we have tangible and intangible. So goodwill will be written as a intangible asset. Loose tools, it is nothing but it is a stock here. So that's why along with the inventories, right? In the inventories we said stock we are writing. So inventory becomes here 1,40,000 plus loose tools, if you add both together it becomes as your inventories. So in the asset side, current asset we will be writing. Motor vehicle. So motor vehicle is a fixed asset. Fixed asset, it's a tangible. So we will write this amount under the tangible asset. Provisions for tax. So here in the format only we told us current assets, current liabilities, non-current liabilities. So provision for tax is for the every year. It is a short-term provisions. So this provision for tax will be entered as a current liability in your balance sheet. Okay. Now we'll see now how to post here or how to do this. Now see here the balance sheet as per the Companies Act of Schedule of 6. Now the format, it should be in the same order here. The particulars, notes and amount. Notes is nothing but here. Now we cannot write directly the debentures like that. So how we are changing, how any 2-3 amounts we added, we made as a working note. That working note number 1, working note number 2 or 3, whatever the number of working notes we have done, that notes number we are giving here. Okay, now first here the heading. First part we have as equity and liabilities, that is the first part we have. Under that 3 headings we have shareholders fund, non-current liabilities and the current liabilities are the 3 major parts in the liability side. Now first part is the shareholders fund. Now did they give any shareholders amount like equity share, preference share? It's nothing. So there is nothing is here. So that's why the amount also we have not entered anything. So here it is a nil your shareholders fund. Okay. The next we have as a non-current liabilities. Now non-current liabilities, I told you here, debentures are the long-term borrowings we have. So here you see now I have not written as a debentures. So we cannot write as a debentures directly. It comes under the long-term borrowings. That's why long-term borrowings becomes as a 2 lakhs. Okay. The next one is a current liabilities. Current liabilities we have there so many points, but we have only the short-term provision has been given. Short-term tax, right? Provision for tax comes under the short-term provisions. That's why we have written as the 16,000 directly here. So you should not write as a provision for tax here. So that comes as a note. We have to show it. Then here we total up for the liability side, but there are many things are missing here. So liabilities usually should be equal to assets, but here we will not get the same amount because there are so many items like capital is missing. Without capital here you will not have the balance sheet totals. Only they asked us here how do you post into the respective heading. That's why we are posting into the respective heading here in this sum. Second part in the balance sheet, it is the assets. Assets, how many parts we have? Only 2 parts, that is non-current asset and current asset are the 2 parts we have. Now non-current asset, if you see in your format here, it is given as a fixed assets, tangible and intangible. Now you see your question now, tangible asset. What is the tangible asset we have there? There is a motor vehicle. Motor vehicle is tangible asset. That's why we entered the amount. So need not write again motor vehicle here in the bracket. Next, intangible asset. So intangible asset, it is a goodwill we have, right? That is intangible asset. So we entered here as a 30,000. Then non-current asset. What is a non-current asset here? That is a preliminary expenses as well as a discount on issue of debentures. So from the preliminary expenses, we have to subtract the discount, and remaining amount we are writing as a 2,20,000. Now we will show all this subtraction and all in the working note. Here no need of any subtraction or any addition. Directly the amount has to appear in this statement. Second part in the asset side, it is a non-current asset. Non-current asset is completed. We have as a current asset. Now current asset we have here trade receivables. So trade receivables nothing but your bills receivable I told you here. So that's why here. So trade receivable we are writing as a bills receivable amount. Then inventories. How many items we have under the inventory here? Inventories we have here loose tools as well as a stock in trade. See both the amounts together we are writing. And there is one more point we have here, cash at bank. So cash at bank is nothing but here it is cash and cash equivalents. So we cannot write as a cash at bank or cash in hand, because all that becomes under the heading of cash and cash equivalents. The amount for the cash and cash equivalents, it is 1,35,000 we are writing. So this is how we are posting. So to know to do these sums, you need to know the format. So format learning is very easy here, and this is a compulsory where you get for the 6 marks in your final exams. It's a fixed 6 marks question where you can get easily here just posting into the proper heading. So you should know even the heading. So once again I will tell you here, liability side we have the 3 parts, asset side we have only the 2 parts. Now what is the 3 parts we have here? It is under the equity and liabilities we have shareholders fund, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Then second part is asset here. Asset we have only 2 parts, non-current asset and current asset. So under that what are the headings are there that we have to do it. So hope you are clear here. So then I will be sending you the working notes also. How to do that working also I will send you now.